Hollow Creek. A name that once conjured images of peaceful streams, whispering willows, and the gentle rhythm of small-town life. Nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering pines, it was the kind of place where children played freely under the watchful eyes of friendly neighbors. But that was before the darkness crept in, before the secrets began to fester. Beneath the idyllic facade, a shadow had fallen upon Hollow Creek. A creeping unease settled upon the town like a shroud. The once vibrant laughter of children playing in the park was replaced by hushed whispers and worried glances. The source of this unrest? A mystery that would forever stain the town's history. It began with whispers, rumors of things unseen and unheard, strange occurrences dismissed at first as mere coincidence or overactive imaginations. But as the days grew shorter and the shadows longer, so too did the fear. For something sinister had taken root in Hollow Creek, something evil that watched from the darkness. Jacob Thorne was an enigma, even as a child. Quiet and withdrawn, he was an observer, not a participant. While other boys chased butterflies, Jacob was drawn to the macabre. Dead insects, roadkill, anything in decay held a strange allure. His parents dismissed it as a phase. They were oblivious to the darkness blooming in their son's heart.
Dead insects, roadkill, anything in decay, they all fascinated me.
Jacob's bedroom transformed into a macabre museum. He meticulously collected his morbid trophies. As Jacob grew older, his fascination with death morphed into something more sinister. Emily Harper, with her infectious laughter and bright eyes, was the embodiment of childhood innocence. She was sunshine and laughter, a stark contrast to the brooding darkness that consumed Jacob Thorne. They were an unlikely pair, drawn together by a shared love of the creek that snaked through the woods behind their homes.
Jacob, let's go to the creek. It's so beautiful today.
One warm summer afternoon, Emily disappeared. She was last seen playing by the creek, her laughter echoing through the trees. Then, silence. The community, once complacent in its idyllic bubble, was jolted awake. Fear, raw and primal, gripped the town. Search parties scoured the woods. Their calls for Emily met with an unsettling silence. Days turned into weeks and hope began to dwindle. The once vibrant colors of summer seemed to fade, mirroring the despair that settled over Hollow Creek. Emily Harper was gone, vanished without a trace, leaving behind a void of unanswered questions and a community teetering on the brink of hysteria. The investigation into Emily's disappearance was like trying to grasp at smoke. Every lead led to a dead end, every witness offering fragmented memories and conflicting accounts. The police, accustomed to the quiet rhythm of small-town life, were ill-equipped to handle a case of this magnitude. Days turned into weeks and the weight of the unsolved case pressed heavily on the town. Suspicions ran rampant, neighbors eyeing each other with distrust. The once tight-knit community began to unravel, torn apart by fear and suspicion.
We have to find her. Someone knows something. I just know it.
Sheriff Davis, a man hardened by years of service but shaken to his core by Emily's disappearance, pored over the case files late into the night. He refused to believe that a child could simply vanish. Someone knew something, he was certain. But who? And what secrets were they hiding? Section 5. A familiar face. My connection to the case. Hollow Creek wasn't just the setting of this tragedy. It was my hometown. The Harpers weren't just names on a case file, they were the family whose eldest daughter had babysat me, whose youngest son had been my playmate. Emily's disappearance wasn't just another news story, it was a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked beneath the surface of our seemingly idyllic town. Years later, as a seasoned journalist drawn to stories of the macabre and unexplained, I found myself drawn back to Hollow Creek. The case, still unsolved, had haunted my dreams, a constant whisper in the back of my mind. This wasn't just a story to me, it was personal. I vowed to uncover the truth, to bring closure to Emily's family, and to the town that had been forever scarred by her disappearance. Little did I know that my search for answers would lead me down a twisted path, deeper into the heart of darkness than I could have ever imagined. What secrets did the woods hold? Weeks after Emily Harper vanished, a group of teenagers stumbled upon a chilling discovery in the woods. Hidden deep within the woods lay a clearing unlike any other. The air grew heavy with a palpable sense of dread. A crudely built structure stood at the center, cobbled together from scavenged wood. Curiosity got the best of them. They had heard the whispers, the rumors, but they were young, you know? Their youthful bravado was a shield against fear. they would soon learn that some secrets are best left buried. Section 7, The Shrine in the Woods, Unveiling the Dark Truth. Pushing open the creaking door, the teenagers were met with a scene that would forever be seared into their memories. The interior of the shack was a grotesque shrine, a testament to a mind consumed by darkness. The air hung heavy with the stench of decay, a nauseating blend of rotting flesh and damp earth. Crude shelves lined the walls, displaying a macabre collection of items that sent shivers down their spines. Animal bones, bleached white by the sun, were arranged in disturbing patterns. Jars filled with murky liquid containing unidentifiable specimens lined the shelves, and then they saw it.
A lock of hair tied with a faded pink ribbon.
Emily's ribbon. The realization struck us like a physical blow, stealing our breath and replacing it with icy dread.
This wasn't just some morbid prank, this was real. Emily had been here and something terrible had happened. The discovery of the shack and its gruesome contents sent shockwaves through Hollow Creek. The rumors that had swirled in hushed whispers were now undeniable truths. A killer walked among them, hiding in plain sight. Fear, palpable and suffocating, tightened its grip on the town. Parents kept their children close, their eyes constantly scanning the shadows. Neighbors, once quick to lend a helping hand, now eyed each other with suspicion. The once peaceful community had become a hunting ground, and they were all prey. The police, desperate for a break in the case, increased their patrols, their faces grim beneath their Stetsons. Every shadow held a potential suspect, every creak in the night a chilling reminder that the killer was still out there, watching, waiting. The game of cat and mouse had begun, and the stakes had never been higher. The discovery of the shack breathed new life into the investigation. Finally, a tangible lead, a connection to the missing Emily Harper. Forensic teams descended upon the scene, their every move scrutinized by a community desperate for answers. Every inch of the shack was photographed, dusted for prints, and meticulously cataloged. The items on display, each one a piece in the puzzle of a deranged mind, were carefully collected and analyzed. The woods surrounding the shack were scoured, but the dense undergrowth held its secrets tight. The pressure mounted on Sheriff Davis and his team. The media descended upon Hollow Creek, their cameras capturing the fear and uncertainty that had become the town's new normal. Every press conference, every update only seemed to deepen the mystery.
Who was the monster hiding in their midst? And would they strike again before the long arm of the law caught up with them?
As the investigation into the macabre shrine in the woods intensified, a glimmer of hope emerged from a most unexpected place. A group of children playing by the creek where Emily Harper was last seen stumbled upon a faded backpack partially hidden beneath a tangle of roots. Their young minds, unburdened by the weight of the town's collective fear, recognized the familiar unicorn keychain dangling from the zipper. News of the backpack's discovery spread through Hollow Creek like wildfire, rekindling a flicker of hope in the hearts of many. Could this be the break they had been waiting for? Could this finally lead them to Emily? The contents of the backpack, carefully laid out on an evidence table at the station, painted a heartbreaking picture of Emily's last moments. A half-eaten bag of cookies, a well-worn copy of Alice in Wonderland, and a small, spiral-bound notebook, its pages filled with Emily's childish handwriting.
As Sheriff Davis carefully turned the pages, his heart sank. This wasn't just a child's diary, it was a chronicle of terror.
The entries in Emily's diary revealed a chilling truth. The young girl with a child's innocence had befriended someone in the woods, someone she called her secret friend. She wrote of their games, of the secrets they shared, of the gifts her friend would bring her. But as the entries progressed, a subtle shift occurred. Emily's once carefree tone grew hesitant, laced with fear. Her friend had started asking her to keep secrets, to stay quiet about their meetings. The gifts, once innocent trinkets, became more disturbing: a dead bird, a rabbit's foot. And then, the final entry, a chilling sentence scrawled in hurried handwriting: "He's coming for me."
The weight of those words hung heavy in the air, sending shivers down the spines of everyone present. Emily had known her abductor. She had trusted him. And now her diary held the key to unraveling the mystery that had plagued Hollow Creek for far too long. But who was he? Was it Jacob Thorne,